When the Outbreak Easter egg first came out, I did a guide on how to defeat the Legion boss as fast as possible. Looking back on that guide, it feels very outdated, and I feel like I can give you some better tips and tricks now that a month has passed and different weapons have become way better to use on the Legion boss. Now this will be a mainly solo strategy, but you can also use it with a friend or multiple friends. But if you all use the same weapons and everything like that, it should go smoothly. Now, mentioning weapons, I will be telling you the best attachments for the specific weapon that I recommend, the best lethals, the best tacticals, score streaks, field upgrades, and then we'll quickly hop into a game and I'll demonstrate to you as to why, in my opinion, everything the way you do it should make it as fast as possible. Do bear in mind, you will have different opinions and you will feel differently about these weapons, and if that's the case, don't be afraid to comment them down below, as you might help out some other people and I might even learn some things that I didn't know myself yet. As always, be sure to subscribe. Thank you all guys so much. We're halfway there to 23,000 subscribers. Absolutely mind-blowing. We're on the road to 25k before the release of Mauer Toten. Also, be sure to drop a like on the video. Can we aim for 250 likes on the video? I know you guys can do it. And lastly, one last thing that I want to mention, link to our Discord servers down in the description if you want to find anyone to maybe help you out with this Easter egg, Firebase Easter egg, D-Machine Easter egg, or Outbreak Part 2 Easter egg. I see so many of you guys helping each other out and I just felt like maybe mentioning it since you might not like this strategy as much doing it solo. But after guys, not to make this intro much longer, let's get right into the video. And here is the class that I recommend for you to use. Unfortunately for this, you will have to have the AMP63s unlocked, and the way you can actually unlock them is super easy in zombies right now. All you need to do is get 400 critical kills with a pistol. I will link down in the description a guide that I made for it, but it's very easy and it should be very simple to unlock. And then unfortunately you will have to max level your weapon, but a good way of leveling up your weapons, and most of you should have your tokens, is if you go back onto your main menu, and as you can see it says L3 view tokens. Once you press whatever it tells you, if you're on your, I don't know, Xbox or PC, you will have an option to select your tokens, and if you select either 1 hour double XP, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, you should be able to hop into a game and level this bad boy up fast, because it is a secondary and the max level for those weapons is level 35. But quickly back onto the MP63s, with the field upgrade, I recommend for you to start off with the Ring of Fire. Now the reason I say start off is because this will help you out with the little objectives on the maps and other things to get up to the boss fight. But once you get to the silo part, and this is important, remember to activate either Ether Shroud or Frenzied Guard. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Ether Shroud, even though I know that there's a lot of people that will tell you to use Frenzied Guard. I fully recommend for you to use Ether Shroud because it will help you the most in that boss fight, as I will show you in a while. But again, remember, you can just quickly go into the game and edit your class in the game itself and select it, so you won't have to worry about your weapon changing or anything like that. So it should be super easy to just quickly swap to the Ether Shroud as you're going into the silo location of the map. Now going back onto the weapon, here are my attachments. Again, I'm not huge into these attachments. I did a video where I talked about the MP63 and I used to have a handle which is extremely pointless with the weapon, and I realized my mistake. So here are the attachments that I use for the weapons, or these pistols, and they're the best things in my opinion. So for the muzzle, I use the infantry compensator. For the barrel, I use the 6.4-inch takedown. For the body, I use the Ember sighting point. Magazine, the Salvo 22 round fast mag. And lastly, the most important part of this weapon is the dual wield. Now one thing that I'll explain to you quickly with the dual wield is there will be many people that could potentially recommend for you to use it in a different way, and by this I mean shooting each pistol at a different time, because with dual wield you basically hold two pistols and you can control when to shoot them, or you can shoot them at the same time. Personally, I recommend for you to shoot them obviously at the same time, because you want to maximize your damage, and if you shoot one at a time and switch from using obviously the right pistol to the left pistol, you won't be dealing all the damage you want to do. You can do that on zombies, but on Legion I do not recommend that in no kind of way. Now when you spawn into the game, the first thing you want to do, and up until that round 5 when you go to the boss fight, do every single objective. It is extremely important to maximize your level on your weapon, get all of the perks which I really recommended, and also get all the pack-a-punches on the pistols. For the ammo mod, I definitely recommend using Cryo Freeze, because this will help you out with any zombies that are going to be in your way, and they're very important to use. You could opt to use Brain Rot, Dead Wire, or anything like that, but in my opinion, Cryo Freeze is the best thing to use. Now for the tacticals and the lethals for going inside of the boss fight, I definitely recommend either Monkey Bombs or Stim Shots. I'm a huge fan of using Stim Shots because they get me out of situations and they give me my health back. If, for example, I'm not using Frenzied Guard to give me my armor, but Monkey Bombs can distract the zombies and things like that, but you'll see why you don't need them specifically with the AMP63s in the gameplay I'll show you in a while. For the tacticals, honestly, this doesn't matter. You can use C4, grenades, anything you really want, or nothing at all. And lastly, this one is also very important for the boss fight. You need a score streak and preferably the War Machine, because in case a Panzer does end up spawning into your game, using the War Machine, it will make your life so much more easier to take it out as fast as possible. Obviously the Megatons, they don't really get affected by anything but Dead Wire really in a way. So if you want to run a secondary, which also isn't very important, and run Dead Wire on that weapon to be able to take out the Megaton as fast as possible, then definitely run a secondary. But War Machine will 100% help you out with the Panzers super fast since it does deal more damage. But without further ado, if you use all of those things that I recommended for you there, let's hop right into a game and I'll show you exactly how super fast you can do this boss fight with these bad boys. Once you're in the boss fight, as you can see, I have the setup that I recommended for you. Preferably, obviously, have Pack-a-Punch level 3 and gold rarity on the weapon. If you don't get a gold rarity, don't worry. It was actually very difficult for me. For some odd reason, the crystals didn't want to spawn in, but I got lucky with our ether wrench from a box. But basically, the first thing you want to do is be as close up as possible to him and start blasting him into the glowing part of his chest. As you can see, we're dealing 1,216 damage, not 12,000, that would have been actually ridiculous. And try to hit every single shot. Now don't worry, zombies won't start spawning in until later in. As of now, I ran out of ammunition, which wasn't planned. Don't worry, ammo boxes are always in a spawn and you should have enough points. And obviously from here, try to avoid the zombies and wiggle around them. If they get in your way, start blasting them. What do we get here? Double points. Not very much needed since we have a good amount of points right now. And as you can see, already the chest piece is gone. I just saw a Panzer spawn in, which is really early on. But we don't worry about him now because we're trying to take out the crystals. Or sorry, the orbs. And as you can see, it is super easy. The reason I told you to get the War Machine is to start blasting the Panzers when they spawn in, as you saw there. But this is a rinse and repeat process, as you saw. Just start blasting the chest. If zombies get in your way, clear them out. This setup should be very good. As you see, we just got stuck. Oh my god, that was not planned. That kind of situation can happen to you. But don't worry, if you do get downed, do not use your quick revive. Instead, use your self revive. Because if you use your self revive, what this will allow you to do is keep your quick revive most of the time as a perk. As you can see, chest piece is already gone. And start blasting the other orb. We don't have our ether shroud, but hopefully we should be able. There we go. We just took out the second orb, and we're only like on 6 minutes and 40 seconds left, which is, as you can see, super early on. I haven't cut any part yet, unless something I decide to cut out. But this is basically the process that I recommended. Just rinse and repeat, blast the chest, walk up, destroy orbs. I don't know what it is with the AMP63s on him, but they're just ridiculously overpowered. And it's cool because it just makes this boss fight super easy. As you can see, last chest piece is gone. Orb is coming out. Now we can get closer. Start blasting the orb. And there we go. It's as easy as that when you use the AMP63s. The class that I recommended. The perks, obviously keep all the perks. The War Machine. Why do I keep calling it Death Machine? The War Machine, and it should be easy. You can't spectate. But that's about it, guys. It's as simple as that. Just follow my process, get to the boss fight part, and it shouldn't be that difficult. Hopefully, in some kind of way, I did actually help you with this. I'm just gonna do the outro here. Thank you all again so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking every single video if you have, and if you haven't, just thank you for watching this video. I hope in some kind of way I do help you. And again, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. And without further ado, guys, our boy Raptor 1 is about to rescue us, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.